Bro, there's a blicky, there's a blicky, there's a blicky. Well, I guess I could use the blicky against him if he tried me. Yeah. Step one. Princess. Growl.
I'm back, back. They thought I was done, but the whole time I'm screaming I'm back. I switch up my hair. Yeah, they gon' stare. And you can call me Jay. Like, comment. Don't forget to share.
Oh, and lock in. Subscribe. What y'all doing?
Actually, I lied. That's actually straight cap. God did everything for me. Like, I don't even understand why I'm by the grace of God. Okay. welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Princess Jay here, and honestly y'all, we're gonna hop straight into this video. You clicked on the title. We know why you're here. It's giving messy, but it's okay. Not really, but we're working on it. Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all, so for real, welcome back to my channel. I'm Princess Jay. If you're new here, make sure you stop right now and click the subscribe button and the like button, because y'all, I'm gonna be opening up about a situation that I kind of have been keeping on the low behind closed doors for a cute. We're not even gonna do timelines at this point because I don't need y'all to like try to click and make 1 + 1 = 8 when it equals 2. Okay, so before I get into this video, disclaimer. Like I said, I kind of have been contemplating on whether or not I want to do a story time about this because I told myself that my last story time series was gonna be my last. But clearly my life is a movie, and it's just like a lot has just been going on in my life behind the scenes, and I really don't share as much as I probably should with y'all, or honestly, that's probably good that I don't. But honestly y'all, regardless, we are going to be sharing a story time about, I don't even know what the title is going to be, just surviving an abusive partner. I wouldn't say narcissist, that might be a drag.
And to make things clear, when I say abuse, I'm talking about mentally abusive, verbally abusive.
I don't want to drag it and say narcissist, but definitely abusive. But anywho, like I was saying, disclaimer you guys, not too much in the comments. I'm just a girl growing up and I'm learning, and honestly I'm sharing my story to really hopefully help a lot of you guys that may be going through the same thing or may have gone through the same thing and you're kind of like in your healing journey. Regardless, disclaimer, no hate to the individual in this video. That's disclaimer number 1. Disclaimer number 2. Did I say like the video, subscribe already? Okay, let's get into it. Oh, disclaimer number 3, y'all. This video is going to be a maybe 2-3 part series, y'all, because it's so much that we have to dive into for you guys to even understand even a little bit of this abusive, like, I don't know y'all, but oh, and last disclaimer before I get into it, I know I do a lot of story times on my channel about men and stuff like that, but I want to make this crystal clear, and I'm not just saying this for cap. This is like real rap. No cap. I want y'all to like keep in mind that people, like men, like boys, let's call them boys because they not men, clearly. If they got a story time about them. Boys that I make story times about, I don't really take it that far into the deep. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody that I make a story time about, I'm opening it and I'm popping it. Okay, let's just say that. So I just wanted to make like that quick disclaimer because I don't want people to think like,
dang, like this your 5th story time about it. Like, how many, like, what's it giving? Like, is you
like no, like I just want to make that crystal clear that I have self-respect. Let's just say that. But okay, so we're gonna give my ex a name. We're gonna call him, let's just give him the name 7 because like I don't know, I just seen 7, so that's gonna be his name. So 7. Let me give y'all a quick little rundown on how me and 7 met. Before I even get to the story, long story short, this story time is basically a warning to all my young ladies who are in relationships where it is unequally yoked. Okay, so that's the main lesson of this story time series, is to not be unequally yoked, because me Princess, I suffered the consequences of being unequally yoked, and I didn't know how severe that was until I had to, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. Do not be unequally yoked. If you get nothing from this series, do not be unequally yoked. Okay, so 7, backstory on how me and 7 met. Pretty much college girl. So it was my freshman year at college, and I'm in Atlanta if y'all don't know. So y'all know how the men give very much out here in Atlanta. So one day I was actually at a campus event, and I went with my friend actually. So I went with one of my friends, and we were at the campus event, and we was just like, it was cool, don't get me wrong, but it's like we was at the campus event, everyone was just like partying, turning nuts. Bang, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. And me and my friend, we looked at each other, we was like side eye. Like we literally both looked at each other at the same exact time. We made eye contact like She was like, you ready to go? And I was like, yes. Yes, baby, I'm ready to go. So me and her, we proceed to get up and we walk outside because it was on the college football stadium. So we walk outside the football stadium and we begin to walk back towards our dorms, right? So as we're walking back towards our dorms, y'all, mind you, I had bright red hair in my head, okay? So I'm gonna put a picture on the screen because y'all know me, I like to give my audience a visual representation of what we're talking about. And as I'm walking down the street with my friend, all me and her hear is,
yo, red hair, hey, what's up?
mind you, straight catcalling. Number one, ladies, do not think that's cute. Like, don't be like,
Ooh, period, they calling me red hair.
like, no, at the time, again, 18 years old. I was 18. So clearly it was a lot to learn, but I was intrigued by that. I was like, oh, they calling me red hair, like, period, my red hair must be tea. Like,
Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
ladies, no. If a man is catcalling you from across the street and he's saying red hair, pink hair, black, like, I don't know, something about that just, now, me today, doesn't sit right with me. I personally wouldn't go for that type of man. But you know, you live and you learn. So they straight catcalling us. We proceeded to walk up to this car, y'all. Biggest mistake. I look back at this, well, not biggest mistake, because it's like, I'm actually honestly so grateful for this entire experience because I wouldn't be the girl I am today if I didn't go through it, if that makes sense. But we proceed to walk to the car, y'all. And at the time, I'm going to be very honest and very transparent in this story. I'm not, listen, we here with it. At that time, I was very like, I was low-key a fiend, like as soon as I walked up to the car, I smelled a waft. It was like smack in my face. Straight Mary Jane. So I was like,
Y'all got the Zala, y'all got the...
ladies, no. Not cute. Like, I'm looking back at this like, girl, like, what? But you know, the beautiful thing about growth is that you can't be perfect and expect to grow because there's no growing in that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Say, ooh.
you have to be somewhere in order to grow. Do y'all get? I hope y'all get me. But yeah, so as soon as we walk into the car, it was a smack in my face and I was like,
Y'all got the Zala.
and they was like, you know we got designer, you know. Mind you, I walk up to the car and it was a car filled with a whole bunch of men, okay? So I think my friend started talking to the guy in the back seat. She started talking to him and my energy shifted to 7 because 7 is the one that called me to the car. So 7's in the driver's seat and long story short, basically 7 was like,
Oh, I think you're fine. Like, you look good. Like, take my number down.
but I was like, number is crazy, like, I don't know, y'all. So I gave 7 my Instagram and I proceeded to go about my day, right? Oh, and basically that night ended, me and my friend, we made it back to our dorms and that was that. It was cool. I think my friend ended up getting one of the other friends' Instagram too. You know how that go. 2-man type, like, wow. College stuff, okay, whatever. So, boom, y'all. That happens, y'all. That night ends.
Okay, guys, another story time with Jay because y'all know I always come with the story time. So people staring at me right now. So hold on. So today was the day that I realized never again. No. No, y'all, like I really had to leave the party because I was that bored. Like I ain't never been so bored. Me and my friend, we just walked out and left because we was like, this not giving what it's supposed to get. We wasted our money. So I'm walking back to the dorm now because
time continues to go on. I really didn't plan on taking 7 serious because I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw him, he really wasn't my initial type, if that makes sense. Like,
He had the dark skin part. I was like, chocolate, like, period.
but he had like dreads and stuff, like the dread. Like, I don't know, I'm not really a dreadhead type of girl. I know a lot of y'all probably love dreadheads, but like when I saw his dreads, I was like, oh. But whatever. So time's going on. Like I said, I didn't really plan on taking 7 serious. Definitely didn't get boyfriend, right? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, keep that in mind. So basically, y'all, time's going on, time is going on, right? And I remember it was one night in particular. Mind y'all, this is before I was delivered. Okay, just keep that in mind. Do not judge me. This story time, this happened years ago. So basically, it was this one night in particular where me and my friend, we decided to go to this party, this college party or whatever. We go to the party, we had a good time, we left the party, right? And it was probably like 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. at this time. And we were lit. I'll be honest, we were lit, okay? And you know, when you are under the influence, not okay. Second lesson I will teach y'all in this video. Do not make rash decisions while you are under the influence. When you are under the influence, you are under
A demonic influence, whether you want to believe it or not, okay?
anything that takes you away from being sober. It's some type of other spirit that is not from God, okay? So we were under the influence and we was like,
Girl, we not trying to go. We not trying to go home yet. Like,
what we finna do? Like, I look back at it and I'm just like, girl, girl. So 7 popped up in my head. Like, I don't know, y'all. Like 7 popped up in my head, and I was like, I actually haven't linked with 7. Like, let's see what that be like. Type, but not like that. Not like that, y'all. Okay, keep that in mind. Not like that. I just wanted to like get to know him, like see what it was giving. So I'm like, oh girl, I actually met this guy named 7.
He be with rich, cause like he be with the rich boys. Like,
y'all, I don't think like this now. I thought like this when I was 18. 21 now. But yeah, so I'm telling my friend, I'm like, girl, like he be with the rich man, they be having jewelry, like we should go link with them, like they be lit. So my friend's like, you for real, girl? Okay, let's do it. So boom, I hit up 7 on Instagram, and that's when like we exchanged numbers or whatever, and that's when, you know, first link. Me and 7's first link, we end up going to they had like an Airbnb or whatever. So me and my friend, we met them at their Airbnb, and honestly, it was cool, but something was off, y'all. Like, I don't know how to describe it, like, and this happened years ago. So I just remember we walking into the Airbnb. I don't know what they was on, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, it was 12 a.m. They probably thought we was finna get frisky. But me and my friend was looking at each other like, huh? Absolutely not. We don't even know y'all. It's the first link. Like, we don't even know y'all. We literally trying to just get to know y'all. So I just remember they kept trying to like, you know, like, they, you know, get down with the get down. And me and my friend was not going. We was just like, bro, pass the no, for real, that's how he was at the time. Again, not too much. But yeah, so I just remember after that night, me and my friend was like, no, like we are never linking with them again. Like, they're weird. Like, so yeah, they're a bit older than us, and it's like, if you pick up what I'm putting down, you know how older men be, and we was not on that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yes, we was outside and partying and having fun, but we were not those fast girls that just give it up like that. You know what I'm saying? So after that night, me and my friend was like, no. My friend blocked the one she was talking to, and I blocked 7, because we was like, yeah, no, we're never linking with them again. It just never gave. So I remember like time progressed, and I'm living my best life. I'm chilling, like I'm having fun. I'm in college, and I just remember, y'all, and do not be like me. All of this is so that y'all can learn from me, okay? So I literally was bored out of my mind one night, and I guarantee you, a lot of y'all probably can relate. Like, it be the boredom that pushed you to do something that you wouldn't really do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like third lesson. I don't know what lesson we on at this point, but do not, I repeat, do not make decisions based off of you being bored. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, then you gonna get yourself into a whole nother shebeda bangle. Because it's like, bro, if I would have kept him blocked, I would have never had to deal with all of this craziness, toxicity. You know what I'm saying? If I would have just read a book, if I would have just opened up the Bible, you know what I'm saying, and talked to God. Like, but anyway, so I was bored one night. I was literally in my college dorm, y'all. I was literally
so bored.
I don't know why I was so bored, but I was like, I need to do something. Mind you, I did not have my car on campus my freshman year. For some reason, I don't think we were allowed to have our cars on campus for the freshman year, like at least the first semester, you know? So I didn't have my car. So y'all, guess what I did? I know you already know what I'm finna do.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Y'all, tell me why. So I ended up going on my phone, going to settings, going to the phone thing, going to the block contacts. Girl, why did I unblock 7? I know. I unblocked 7. So I unblocked 7, and I was like, hey.
What you doing tonight? Like,
mind you, it had to have been like 6, 7 o'clock around this time. So I was like, hey, like, what you doing tonight? You know, like, what's tea? What we doing? He was down. Like, he was down for the ride. I don't even think he knew he was blocked. Like, I don't know what was going through his head. But basically, y'all, I'm hitting up 7, and he's down. He's like, I've been waiting for you to text me back.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
He was like, you know, I've been waiting. Like, you know, I've been had this plan. Like, you know what? I'm actually finna take you to the movies tonight. Like, I'm finna take you to the drive-in movie theater. We finna have a ball. Like, yes, like, I've been waiting. Like, what time you want to pick you up? So I'm like, here, like, maybe he's not as bad as I thought. Like, okay, maybe 7 does want to get to know me for real, like my heart. You know, he don't just want to know, like, he don't want to just get to know what's in between my legs. Am I being too blunt for y'all? Maybe I should say something else. I was like, he don't want to just, you know, exactly. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give him a chance, another chance. Girl. So boom, y'all, the time is set. We had a date planned, literally, like in the span of 15 minutes, I went from being bored to I'm finna go on a whole date. Which I wasn't expecting. I was like shocked. I was like, okay, wow, okay, maybe let me scope the scenery out. But anyway, so we had the date was set, and he ended up picking me up from my college dorm. I walk out, more like skip out. I was excited because I was bored, baby. He picks me up, y'all, and this is when the red flags begin to like start to roll in. So I get in his car. I'm looking around the car. I'm like, okay, nice car. And he's like, yeah, what's up with you, mom? Like, what's up with you, baby? Like, you looking good. Like, I couldn't wait to get you out. Like, I couldn't wait to just get you in my hands.
The number you have dialed has been changed.
I was eating it up, y'all.
Oh, you're not ashamed of yourself,
girl. And y'all, mind you, let me tell y'all a backstory. So I knew what type of timing that man was on when I first met him, and I was nervous that would happen again. But let me tell y'all,
that's suspicious. That's weird.
So what I did was I ended up bringing a taser and a knife. Like, I was ready to butcher somebody if he tried it, because like, I don't know. Okay. I don't know, y'all. Rather be safe than sorry, right? So yeah, I remember I had a knife like right up my sleeve, y'all. And look at that. I don't know if that's scary or like cool, cause it's like, period. Yes, girl, be prepared. Stupid bitch. I don't know. But yeah, so I had a knife up my sleeve, and I remember once he pulled off and we began making our way to the drive-in movie theater, he stopped. So he stopped at a gas station, and I was like, okay, snacks, I guess. Period. So he stopped at a gas station, and once he got out the car, I don't know why I didn't see it the first time, but I looked down, I looked to my left, why I see a blicky? Oh baby, I was so scared for my life. I literally was like, bro, there's a blicky, there's a blicky, there's a blicky. Well, I guess I could use the blicky against him if he tried me. Y'all, I don't know. I'm just trying to tell y'all what was going through my mind at the time.
This is really embarrassing.
So y'all, I looked down and I see the blicky, and I was like, whew, thank God I brought my little sticky. I was like, whoa, thank God I brought my little sticky, because like, no, he got a blicky. So I'm like, okay, that made me nervous. I'll be 100% honest, y'all. Like, that made me nervous seeing the blicky, because y'all, this is my second link with a guy that I don't know, and he's a bit older than me. So I was like, side eye. But whatever, I'm here today telling the story, so nothing happened with the blicky. But yeah, so whatever. He gets back in the car. I'm like, blicky, what you gonna do with that blicky? He like, you know, shawty, I gotta, and that's me. And maybe like that's a problem, because if he really was a serial killer, it's like, girl, why is you making jokes with a guy about a blicky? Whatever. But he was just like, nah, that's just for my protection. You know, I'm a gangster. That's what he said. Like, I'm a gangster. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, looking back on it, I'm just like I'm literally like cringing at my old self, because it's like, girl, no way. So y'all, we finally arrived to the movie theater, and long story short of this date, the date went great. I mean, the date went amazing. Like, after this date, y'all, I completely fell for 7. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it was his like persona, the way he acted. Like, I like that little bit of hood mixed with a little bit of like godly. You know what I'm saying?
What? Child. Anyway, so.
But yeah, y'all, so like, the movie date went great. I kid y'all not, almost every day after that, once class ended, I would pick up that phone and ring a ding ding 7. Mind you, we weren't in a relationship or anything at this time. We were just talking to each other. So every day after the movie day, I'm literally like,
hey 7, you finna pick me up? Class just ended.
like, I'm trying to get off this campus, like, you know what I'm saying? So I would hit 7 up, and literally it was good. Like, y'all, I'm telling you, it was good vibes. Oh wait, I'm moving too fast. Got 3 on the dash. Rewind. Remember when I told you I was looking around in his car? And I was speculating some things, and some red flags started to come up. Yeah, so I looked up at the dashboard. I see a baby. So y'all, I said,
Who kid is that? Who baby that is?
who that is? Why did 7 tell me that it wasn't his baby? 7 told me that was a picture of him when he was younger. Mind y'all, this man blackity black. I'm looking at this light-skinned baby like,
You shot
but hey, that wasn't my man. Like, I wasn't tripping. I was just like, okay. But that was the first red flag, y'all. Like, I seen a picture of a baby, but he said it wasn't his baby when I asked it was his baby. He even said that it was him when he was younger. Like, I don't know if y'all can tell, but that was a lie. So yeah, that was just the #1 red flag. But fast forward, press play. You know, we spending time together. We hanging out every day. He's literally picking me up in his car, and I'm just loving it. Like, I was just loving it.
Silly, right?
He would show up to my college right after my class. It's like he memorized my schedule or something. He would know exactly when I would get out of class, to the point where he's out there with Chick-fil-A. Like, y'all, this man brought me Chick-fil-A so many times I can't even count. Like, he would just bring me food, and I was just loving it, y'all. I never dealt with this ever. I like 7. So, boom. This is where things are finished. Shit. And y'all, I want to emphasize the fact that me and him did not have any sexual nothing. Like, the most we did was like kiss, you know what I'm saying? So I was literally eating it up, y'all. So time goes on, right? And I remember I went to his house one day. So I go to his house, y'all, and as I'm in the house, I start looking around even more, and I start seeing things that weren't adding up. Like, I'm seeing little toy cars, and I'm seeing a lot of kid stuff, y'all. So I'm like, 7, do you have a child? And do y'all want to know what 7 said? Bro, this boy trying to gaslight me already, and it hasn't even been 5 months. 7 literally said out of his mouth,
Yeah, I got a son. I told you that.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Now this is where you have the game messed up. Because I know I'm not delusional and I know I'm not tweaking. Like, I know for a fact when I asked you who that picture of that baby was in your car, you said that was you as a kid. But I'm actually starting to see that picture around this house too much. You know, so when he said this, y'all, I was kind of thrown off. So I'm just like, what? But yeah, I'm like, no. So I was taken aback and I was kind of turned off just a little bit, because there's nothing wrong like you having the kid. I guess we're technically grown. I really was 18. Ain't nothing grown about it. But I was just like, you lied to me. You literally lied to me. Like, that picture in your car was your child. And I don't appreciate that, because it's like, I don't like when men lie about having kids. If you have a kid, you should be bold and proud and happy that you have a kid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when he said he been told me, I literally was like,
No, you did not. Like,
we fake got into it a little bit, because I'm like, how are you sitting in my face trying to lie to me when I know for a fact that you told me that kid wasn't yours? And then it's just like, that was the moment for you to tell me that you had a kid. But he was just like standing on the fact that he told me that he had a child, and I was standing on the fact that he didn't. I vividly remember that. So he was like, man, like, it's nothing, like, it's not even that serious, like, you got a problem with me having or whatever. And I was just like, I mean, like, you know, we love the kids. I'm not team F them kids. I'm team, yes, keep them kids. You gotta think, if our parents thought like that and they was thinking F them kids, all this, we wouldn't be here. So it's like, every day I'm grateful that my mother had me. So it's like, I'm not team F them kids, but I was just like, I'm 18. I'm not ready to be no
step nanny. Like,
whatever, y'all. That happened. That was my first time being over his crib, and I realized it was just a lot of kid stuff, and that's when I found out he had a son, y'all. So whatever, y'all. Times fast forward, and I remember we were going on break. It was time for me to go back home to Maryland to be with my family for like Thanksgiving, like the holidays or whatever, right? So leading up to this, before I left for Maryland to go on holiday break, I remember me and 7 were the closest. Well, I thought we was like Bonnie and Clyde, baby. Like, so I remember getting on the flight and leaving from Maryland, and then I was hanging out with my friends and stuff. We got this hotel. We had like a Friendsgiving type like vibe, and I remember like literally he was blowing up my phone. He was like,
You in a hotel with us, like,
I hope you don't got no Maryland boyfriend on me. Like, y'all, he's low-key gaslighting me, and y'all are gonna see why I say that in a second. Because he's like constantly calling me, FaceTime me, to the point where if I wasn't answering or like texting back, like he would low-key start tweaking, and I'm just like, that was red flag number 8. I don't know, because he would get very, very aggressive, and I ain't never seen that side. But it's like he will only show it in glimpses in the beginning. And mind you, y'all, me and 7 still not in a real committed relationship. Like, this man has not asked me to be his girlfriend or nothing like that. So even that in itself, like, especially me at the time, I know I probably was like, boy, you not even my, like, you need to relax. But I definitely was tripping over 7, because like 7 was just different for me. Like, at the time, that's what I thought. So he's going to my phone. He's kind of like accusing me of like cheating and like saying, oh, you in a hotel with men. Mind, those men at the time were literally genuinely my friends, and they wasn't even my friends for real. It was like a friend of a friend type like vibe. And I just remember like this man was tripping, but he didn't ask me to be his girlfriend, so I didn't understand why he was tripping. But now I understand why he was tripping, because they always gonna point the finger at you when they know they doing something. I remember the first, let me say 3-4 days that I was in Maryland, things were great. We were on the phone almost every day. We fell asleep on the phone. Like, we did everything. Keep that in mind, okay? So the next day comes after, you know, them 3-4 days of bliss, whatever. So I thought, I'm calling him. This man's not responding. I mean, straight voicemail, not responding. I'm like, okay. But to summarize, y'all, 7 went from calling me every day, checking up on me, really pressed about what I was doing, to straight ignoring me, not responding. I was like, what the hecky? So boom, y'all. Once he went from that to not responding, I was like, yeah, it's giving red flag. Like, why is he not responding all of a sudden, y'all? Do y'all not know? This man full-blown tweaks with me. I'm talking, bro, you don't need to know where I'm at all the time. You're not my girl. Like, just saying all this stuff that came out of nowhere. And it's like, hey, if I would have have said that to you the other night when I was at this friend's giving, you would have cried. You probably wouldn't know what to do. But you know what I'm saying? I was just like, okay, whatever. So the fact that he was giving me all this random energy out of nowhere, I was like super duper confused on what changed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all. Then he ends up saying to me, bro, I'm with my
BM.
I'm sorry, what? Come again and say what?
Funny. Yes, but not funny. Haha. Funny weird.
So I'm like, wait. But before I got a chance to say wait, he continues on to say, I'm with my BM. If you know anything about how that be, I can't be on the phone with a girl while I'm in front of my BM. And that's why I stopped him. I said, pause. If you and your baby mother have nothing going on, why can't you be on the phone with another girl in front of her? So I get to questioning him. He couldn't answer none of my questions. So I was like, okay. You know what? Forget you. I'm actually gonna go to the baby mother myself. Now, mind y'all, I personally would never do this today. You know what I'm saying? But again, the whole, like, you live and you learn. That's the whole point of the story. So I so happened to have the baby mother's Instagram. I don't know how I had it. I'm sure I did my investigating at that time to figure out what her Instagram was. But I had her Instagram, right? So I DM'd her. And I told him I was gonna DM her. I was like, okay, so you don't want to answer none of my questions. Ignore these curls, y'all. They kind of like dropping. I was like, so if you don't want to answer any of my questions, that's cool. That's fine. Because guess what? I'm finna go get my questions from the source. Actually, if you say I don't got nothing going on, I'm finna DM your baby mom and ask her, like, what's tea? So boom, y'all. This is when everything is like whoa. Okay. So I DM'd the baby mother. I don't know what exactly I said. I just said, hey, like, I've been talking to this guy for a couple of months or whatever. And he said, like, I don't know what I said, y'all. I don't even want to cap, but I just told her, like, I was talking to her baby daddy. And I'm just trying to figure out if they have anything going on, like, or if they are strictly just, you know, I just wanted to know if they were in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Because he told me that he didn't like her. Like, he told me all of this stuff, y'all. So I was like, you know what? These men be lying. So I'm finna go to her as a woman, low-key, and see, like, what they got going on, because I'm not finna be no third wheel. So I DM'd her. This girl ends up calling me on Instagram, and I was a little nervous, like, I was scared. But we ended up exchanging phone numbers. First red flag, I should have never exchanged my phone number, but I did it, girl. And me and the baby mother sat on the phone for about 2.5 hours talking about this situationship, like what exactly it is. I was like, girl, for real? But let me tell y'all. So boom, we get on the phone, y'all, right? Mind you, the baby mother, she's like over 10 years older than me. So that's just something to keep in mind, right? So as we're talking, you know what I'm saying? We're talking about a lot. Her energy was weird. It's like she was like trying to be my friend, but then she was like, you know, like, I don't know. I was confused. Basically, what I got out of that whole entire 2-hour-long conversation is they live together. That was news to me. So Seven was living with his baby mother, and when I went over to his house that one time, I seen all the toys and everything like that. I don't know, I should have known that they all live together, but yo, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking like that at the time. So she tells me that they live together, and as she's like explaining to me that they live together, I'm like, what? Y'all live together? No way. He didn't even tell me he had a child. Like, I had to beat that out of him. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, yes, we do.
Girl, when you came over, you ain't see all the pink stuff in the house? Like, duh, like, come on. Like, duh, I live there.
And mind you, when she said that, it made me think back to that one time that I did go over his house. And I'm like, wow, okay. It definitely was a couple of pink items. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't pay it no mind. Like, I don't know. So, boom, I find out that Seven is living with his baby mother and has a child. And it's just like, it's a lot going on. Once I figured that out, I was like, yeah, I'm never talking to him again. Like, I don't want to be in that. Because now I see that you living with your baby mom. And it's like, if you're living with your baby mom, y'all gotta be doing something. So I figured that out. And I found out that they were still having, like, you know, intercourse, because that's what she was telling me. She couldn't wait to tell me that. And y'all know the third thing that I found out? Well, this is what the baby mom told me, that later Seven came back and told me.
It was a lie. I never said that.
So the baby mom tells me that she saw that he started following me on Instagram, and as soon as she saw that he started following me on Instagram, she asked him, because mind you, they living together the whole time. I didn't even know. Like, once she found out that he was following me, she asked Seven. So she was like,
who is this Princess J girl, and why are you following her? Like,
who is she? You know, just asked him all these questions. And the baby mother told me that his response was,
I don't F with that Princess JB. I don't like her. I'm just using her for clout. I'm trying to get on.
All this, all that. Mind y'all. I was so confused on why he, like, that was the response. I was like, for real, he said that? Like, I was low-key hurt. Like, my little 18-year-old heart was hurt. I was like, dang, like, he said that about me. Like, dang, and I believed it. I ate it up. So once she told me all of that, I was like, yeah, I'm really done with him. Like, I was like, girl, you don't gotta worry about me. Like, thank you. Like, I'm sorry if I, like, messed up anything. Like, I didn't know. But hey, I'm sorry. You know, y'all could be a happy family. I'm out of here. Nice meeting you. Not really. But yeah, so that conversation was over. But I want y'all to keep in mind, during this first encounter with the baby mother, her whole demeanor was kind of like a big sister. But she also was being very aggressive in her tone. Like, she was like, no, girl, like, you need to make sure, like, when you messing with these men, you can't be doing this, you can't be doing that. But then in the same breath, she was like,
oh, girl, you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Like, he told me that she was just...
You ain't nothing. He just using you, like, and you really need a da-da-da. Like, you know, it was very passive aggressive, to say the least. So it was very passive aggressive. We get off the phone and I was just like, okay. So yeah, so I blocked the baby mom. I was like, okay, yeah, thanks for the info. And then I called 7. So I called 7 and I'm like, yeah, so I talked to your baby mom and I basically tweaked with him. I basically cussed him out and I was like, yeah, I'm done with you. You're a bum, like all this, all that. And I blocked him. I was like, yeah, we're done with 7. So I continue on with my break. I end up driving all the way back to Atlanta. A lot of stuff was going on during that time. Like, actually so much. It was a lot going on. So I drive back to Atlanta and I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing just fine. I start off the spring semester, but I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was 18. Me at that time, I think I kind of suffered like from attachment issues. I don't know, I'll be honest, because as soon as I touched down in Atlanta, like, I had this, like, he came into my mind and I don't know what it was. It's like I had this weird hyper obsession with him almost, because as soon as I touched down in Atlanta, I was like, where's 7? Where's 7? Like, I need 7. Like,
Please don't play with me right now. Just, no, that's it, please. Let's not, please.
Mind you, I don't understand why that's the way I was acting or moving, knowing what I knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just sat on the phone with the baby mom, like, I don't know, y'all. Please don't judge me in this video, but that's what happened and that's what I did. So I immediately text 7 and I was like,
hey, so I'm back in Atlanta, like.
I guess my mind didn't want to believe that that's really the person he was, because before it was great. Like, he was literally doing everything I wanted him to do. So I text 7 and I was like, hey, I'm back in Atlanta. Like, y'all, do y'all not know that 7 literally texted me? This man said,
sorry, I'm not trying to mess up things with me and my girl right now.
I was like, what? Your girl? Like, how the heck did you go from that girl ain't nothing, I hate her, like, da-da-da-da, to now this is your girl? And it was just so weird to me, y'all. Like, my little 18-year-old heart could not comprehend how we went from being like the best of, like, I don't know what it was, to now you texting me telling me that you're not trying to mess up stuff with you and your girl. Like, what, y'all? And mind you, all of this, everything that I'm explaining should have been a red flag as to why I should have never got into a relationship with him, because it's like, if he could do it to someone else, he could do it to you times 10, especially the mother of his child. Like, you know, but I don't know, you live and you learn. I'm gonna keep saying that. So boom, y'all, that happened. As soon as I read that text message, it literally broke my heart. Like, and I was like, I literally did not respond. That's how hurt I was. I did not respond and I proceeded to block him. Literally, I blocked him and I was like, I'm finna just move on with my life, you know? So I ended up moving on with my life. Like, life was going great for me, actually. I'm not gonna lie, like, I was making new friends. So yeah, I just remember a couple of months passed and I'm looking good on the gram. I'm talking about, I'm posting pictures, I'm living my best life. Everything's going great. And tell me why 7 gets to DMing me. Mind y'all, I'm telling, maybe like 3-4 months may have passed since I've spoken to him and since he's been blocked. And since he told me that he's not trying to mess up things with his girl. So why does 7 get to swiping up on my story, heart eyes, heart eyes, heart eyes.
I miss you, I miss you, I love you, I love you, I need you, I need you, please, Jalen, I love you.
Like, this man is saying this and I'm not making this up. Like, if I have the messages, I will show them on the screen. But this man is literally saying that he loves me, he needs me, he missed me, he's sorry, all this stuff. And I ignored it. I'm not gonna lie, I ignored it for the first 6 months, because like, y'all, this is a long span of time of 7 like sliding into my DMs and trying to get me back, and I would ignore it. Like, I would ignore it, I would ignore it, I would ignore it, right? Until I couldn't ignore it no more. Because again, y'all, I was young, and not only that, like I said, I had this weird attachment thing to him. I don't know, don't judge me. But yeah, so it got to a point where I stopped ignoring his messages and I started to respond. I started to respond to Seven's DMs, and I was just like, I don't know what I was saying, but long story short, a long time passed, like maybe a year now. I don't know the timeline, y'all, but a long time passed. A lot of stuff happened in the midst of that I'm like leaving out of this story. I don't want to confuse y'all. So I just remember it was a deep, dark time in my life, and that's when I started responding back to Seven. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going through a lot. If you know, you know. But I was going through so much. I didn't really have anyone, so I thought, and this is lesson number 5 at this point, do not run back to old habits and old things that God already removed you from because of comfort or because you are in a vulnerable state in life. You know what I'm saying? Because never look back. Do you want to be like Lot's wife? Like, seriously, that's also another message in this video, because it's just like I was just doing all the wrong things, and I want you guys to learn from me. I'm not telling this for nothing. So I was in a very vulnerable spot in life, and that's when I remember actually starting to respond to Seven. Okay, and once I started responding to Seven, it's like he just easily swindled his way back into my life. So yeah, might I add that while I'm at this low state in life, Seven came in acting like a prince in shining armor. I'm talking about he was saying all the right things. He was also doing all the right things. He knew what I was going through at the time, but the thing that made it differently is that he was talking about God. He was mentioning God and stuff, and I was like, wow, like through this span of time, all these months / year, I feel like it was a year, I'm not sure, you've been growing with God. Like, that literally made me so happy, and it made me feel like he really changed. Like, what? You know, it made me feel like he really changed. So I was like, what? Like, you getting closer with God? Like, me too. Like, so that was something we could click on, so I thought. But I literally fell for it, y'all. Like, I fell for it, okay? I was just like, okay, I'm on that path too. So, and like I said, never look back. So this is where me and Seven began to take things more serious, okay? He knew I was in a vulnerable state. He started courting me. He started really treating me like a princess. He would randomly buy me like jewelry and stuff. He would randomly just have shoes for me, just little stuff like he would gift me, right? So I was like, wow, like he really is changing. So y'all, the day comes where me and Seven are sitting down. Was it in my apartment or his house? I don't know, y'all. We were in a building. It either was my apartment or his house at the time, and he literally sits me down. I'm talking about, yeah, I think it was at my apartment. So he sits me down, and he's kind of like has this like very serious tone and like look on his face. So I'm like, what are you looking like that for? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's tea? What do you want to talk about? So he was like,
I'm not gonna lie, Jay. Like, I've been really sitting thinking about like life and stuff, and like how you came into my life, and like,
you know, just telling me all the things that I want to hear, y'all. And he was like, I think it's time for us to make the next step. Like, I don't want to keep
playing around with you. Like, you are the one for me, and I can't keep letting you slide away from my fingers. Like,
and I was scared because the next words that came out of his mouth were,
so will you be my girlfriend?
And I literally was like, like, mind you, I loved everything that he was doing for me, but I also was nervous because y'all know, like, but I ignored my intuition, y'all. And I literally said, yes, I will
be your girlfriend.
And he was literally so happy, like he was eating it up, and I had a little bit of joy in me, but I also knew that that was not the right decision. Like, I was not supposed to become that man's girlfriend, and y'all will see why I say that later. So boom, me and Seven are now boyfriend and girlfriend. Things are going great in the beginning. I'm talking, this man was literally paying my car note. Like, he was paying my car note and my car insurance. Like, when I needed an oil change, he was paying for my oil change. He was paying for my rent, daggone near, for real too. Like, but mind y'all, this is all in the beginning, and when I say beginning, I'm saying first 2-3 months of us dating. Like, things were bliss, things were amazing. I'm talking, he's going to church with me, we're going to church together. You know, I was like, wow, like this is what it's supposed to be. Like, okay, like, yeah, I love this. Like, yes, he's the one. And then suddenly things shifted very fast. They shifted very fast, but that's it for part 1, y'all. That's it for part 1, because in part 2, it's finna, like, I'm talking about, it's gonna be a whole storm. It's gonna be a whole hurricane. But I had to give y'all like the backstory of me and Seven's relationship and how we met, if anything like that, before I get into the nitty gritty of like how the abuse started and everything like that. So let's get this video to about 2,000 likes in order for part 2. I know y'all probably mad right now that I done left y'all hanging, but don't worry, I won't leave y'all hanging too long as y'all run the video up 2,000 likes, and then I'm going to give you guys part 2, part 3, 4, 5. I don't know how long this series is going to be, but it's very juicy and it's just so much that we have to unpack. Like this man, like. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Again, learn from me. Do not look back. I look back, and y'all are finna see why I suffered the consequences greatly, okay? So yeah, he did a lot. Like, it's so much. Like, I'm literally sitting here thinking about everything, and it's like, even if I were to sit to think about everything that we done been through, I probably will still forget some things because it's so much. It's so much, but whatever. That's it for today's video. Always remember that you could do all things through the Messiah who strengthens you. So yeah, I love y'all so much, and yeah, toodles. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Bye.
They keep playing catch up, smell like mustard, can't catch up to me. I just walked that little like a dog and put her on the leash. Sneaking